Hi, and welcome to Faith into Greatness. Today, God inspired me to create a message about teaching our children how to cope with sadness. This is not a replacement for professional help or guidance, so please get that help if you need it. I know as a parent, one of the most gripping things that you can feel in your spirit if you really care for your children's well-being is seeing them sad, seeing them depressed. And you know what? Life isn't easy. One of the greatest gifts that you can teach them is how to navigate adversity and tough times and challenges, and most of all, how to seek God through it all, especially through times of feeling sad. I know I always love to check in with my children, and I always ask them, how are you feeling? And when I see one of my children saying, I'm feeling sad, I pull them aside and I always acknowledge their feelings. As a parent, one of the first tips I want to give is to acknowledge your child's feelings, help them accept how they're feeling. Acceptance and acknowledgments is one of the first steps. I know for me, because I didn't really receive that. I received it as a child through points, but I didn't really receive what I needed emotionally. So it makes me a better parent in some way, and it makes me experienced in being able to share with people my tips on what works and what would really make your child feel more nurtured and seen and valued, but also helping them to understand their feelings and emotions. The second tip I'd like to give is to make sure that you help your child put things into perspective. Every day is not going to be a great day. We all know this. There are times perhaps you wake up and you just don't feel your best. Or perhaps you're just feeling some kind of way, emotional. You're thinking about something, whatever it may be. We know as children, when they don't get their way, that's one of the first ways that they start to feel sad. And even as adults, we're the same way. When we don't get our way, we feel sad. We start to feel depressed. We feel unseen and unheard. And these are things that we can really teach our children when they're young, so when they get older, they are prepared to face life's adversities and those feelings of sadness. Put things into perspective for them. It's really hard for them to understand that, many people feel sad at times. But as long as they understand what I like to teach my kids, as long as they don't feel this way all the time, I like to explain to my children, if they're feeling sad all the time, that's not good, and they should share that and talk about it. But most of all, what I also tell them is they need to pray to God about it. That's the third tip that I give, especially for anybody who's dealing with this. Pray to the Lord. Anytime my kids are sad, we pray together. I take them, I hold them, I give them a kiss, and we pray to God that they feel better, that the Lord relieve them of that sadness on their spirit and their soul. I hope this message blesses you all. Of course, this message isn't inclusive of all the ways that you can teach your children how to cope with sadness, but it's a really great start. Of course, seek the professional guidance that you need and take your children seriously. There are so many children who feel alone, who feel unseen, who feel unheard, and you don't want, as their parent and someone who's supposed to be their safe space, to also make them feel that way. Take care and God bless.